Hey guys, John Bennett here. Today I'm going to show you how to fully prepare your reusable emergency blanket. So stick around. The two major items we're going to need here is duct tape and paracord. And here I'm using Gorilla Tape, which in my opinion is a lot better. So I'm going to pull off a lengthy piece of Gorilla Tape here. I'm going to set half of it on one side, laying over the grommet, and then folding it up underneath over the other end, going up over the other side of the grommet. Make sure it's on there good. Of course you could do this with 2-inch wide Gorilla Tape, but I don't have any right now. This will work. And I'll pull off about half that length. I'm going to lay it across just on the inside of that grommet. Make sure that's on there good. And then do the other side also. And on this side, the Gorilla Tape will fit pretty nice right in between the grommet and the edge of the original reinforcement. Make sure that's tight also. I'm going to take my knife and carefully cut into both sides of the Gorilla Tape through the grommet in a crosshatch form. There we go. I'm going to open this up a little with scissors. Flip the loose pieces off with the scissors. I'm going to do that to all four corners. And I'm going to do it the same way. Probably 8 inches or so. So the Gorilla Tape goes beyond the reinforcement onto the actual tarp. I want to get it right over that grommet, because the grommet is where it's going to be pulling off, pulling through the center of that angle to the corner. I'm putting the second piece on to help hold that piece in place on the reinforcement that's already on the blanket. Just helps hold the original first piece down well and helps a broader spectrum of pull from that grommet. When that grommet pulls from the corner, it's going to spread out that weight load through that second and third piece of tape. Cut this hole. Let's go ahead and clip those off with the scissors. You really don't have to do this, just to make it look nice and neat. Could have left those on here, but I prefer removing it. To be able to get larger ropes and cordage through the grommet. Do this inside also. Now this blanket already has reinforcements on the corners, but this is going to make it 2 or 3 times stronger. And it's not like a tarp. It's not as strong as a tarp. This isn't meant to be used as a shelter for weeks at a time or something. This is for an emergency. But I want to be able to pull it taut and not have that weak point to rip out that grommet, because the grommet is going to be the weakest point, because that's where the cordage is going to be tied off on. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Cross hatch on there, nice right at the edge of that original reinforcement. Right there is where it's going to pull out from the grommet. And that's what it looks like after. Now, for the inside, the reflective side, mylar side, this is going to be a reflective side, so I'm just going to go ahead and put 3 X's, which is the general universal symbol for rescue. And if I'm looking to get rescued, I'm going to put the reflective side to the outside, and I'm just putting 3 X's on the mylar side with Gorilla Tape and 3 X's. I'll be able to see that fairly easy from the sky. It's also going to reinforce the entire tarp. Now I'm going to put on the ties prematurely onto the corners, so I don't have to do it out in the field. About 16 inches or so. And heat up the ends with a lighter to melt them all together, because there's actually 7 inner strands to this paracord. I don't want the insides to pull out. It is melting just enough so I can roll them together. Now we're going to stick this through and push the knot through the hoop and then pull it out, and there's my tie. That simple. Now we'll go ahead and do the other 3, and of course you could tie these off with bright paracord for high visibility. And this is the 3rd modification. The reinforcements for the grommet, the 3 X's, and then pre-tie my tie-offs onto the corners. So all I have to do when I need to put it up is tie off my ridge line, put my emergency blanket over my ridge line, and stake it down. So we'll finish the other 2 on this side here. There are actually reusable emergency blankets that are orange on the side instead of green, but I prefer this because if I want to be seen, I'll just flip it over and that reflective side with the 3 X's will show, and if I don't want to be seen, then I'll use the green side as a more covert situation. Makes it a little bit more camouflaged in the woods. That way I have choices, whether it be permissive or non-permissive environment or situation. These are all real simple techniques, but it'll actually be very handy in the field when you need it. The last one through here. Loop it through, and that's it. All 4 corners are done. And those are 3 techniques you can do to prep. So you put the stake through there, stake it up, and you're good to go. Go ahead and fold this up. And it's ready to go. So I'll put that right back in my bug out bag, and it'll be ready to unfold and set up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscription button, like, hit the notification bell, and y'all have a good one.